Hammer 357 mag here. This is going to be a quick look of the Benchmade Griptilian. We're going to go over the specs, price point, fit and feel, primary and secondary concepts of use, out-of-the-box sharpness, and final thoughts. And you hear that snap in place? This thing is really quick. I'm really impressed with this knife. Yeah, I know it's probably been reviewed 1,000 times. My thoughts may be meaningless, but I bought the knife. I'm going to spend my 5 minutes on YouTube and give you my thoughts. Okay, quickly. The Benchmade Griptilian. The steel is a 154 cm stainless steel. Okay. The hardness is 58 to 61, so that makes it pretty hard. And the steel it's made with, again, that 154 cm. My research is that most premium knife companies have used it, which is good. And Benchmade uses it in their lower end models. So the Griptilian, which is not inexpensive, is one of Benchmade's lower end models. How about that? Okay, this knife is made in the USA. The handles, okay, they're black. They're made of a Norel GTX, and that's a resin-based material, and it's used a lot in the auto industry. The blade length on this here, the actual blade itself is 3.45 inches. The overall length is 8.07 inches, and the closed length, excuse me, is 4.62 inches. And what's really nice about this knife, it's only 3.82 ounces. So that's really good. The lockup is this axis locking mechanism, which is that button right there. You pull on that and the knife drops down, and then when you flip it, that slips into place and locks it up right there. So the lockup on this thing is very, very solid. Plus the retention on this knife, actually that's just flipping it down. So the retention going this way isn't that great actually, so that's amazing. Ow. But the retention this way is very good. So that is kind of an interesting issue, that the retention on, if you just hold it like this without touching anything, you can get it to come out. So I didn't know that was an issue with these, but it might be something to consider. We'll keep going from there. Again, deployment on this is an ambidextrous thumb stud opener. So there's the ambi, and it flips out really nice. Okay, let's see, the pocket clip on this, it is on both sides tip up. And what they do actually, if you want to reverse it to this side, they give you a second pocket clip. So you have to use two pocket clips. Anyway, the blade point on this is a modified drop point. The blade finish on this, it's a stainless. The blade type, or the grind on this, is a flat grind. So I find that interesting. A lot of knives like this will have a convex or concave or whatever they call it, but this one's flat ground, so that's kind of interesting. Again, the blade play on this, once you get it out here, it's really solid. It's not going anywhere. It's really good that way. And the actual blade centering itself, when you look at that product, it's dead on straight center. Now let's look at the fit and feel. Again, I have a medium-sized hand, and it's got a nice troil on it where you put your fingers there. And again, you can see where my hand, there's plenty of room in the back. And if you look on this, it's got some serious jimping on here. And this is, again, this kind of plastic or this nylon or resin isn't as tacky as the G10, but from what I can read on it, it's harder, but it's got excellent texturing on it, so it really bites in your hand. So it's really solid when you hold it. If you look at that drop point on there, it really comes to a nice point. It's a modified one, so based on the fact of the modified drop point and the really nice troil and the super jimping, I would say that the primary use of this knife would be tactical or combat. You could definitely use it in a secondary concept of everyday general purpose. Again, if you wanted one knife to do both, this would be an excellent knife for it. Currently, right now, the price point on eBay with shipping, you can pick up one for $77. Okay, let's check out the sharpness on this. Okay, that's really sharp. That is about the same sharpness as that turbulence I did the, let's see if we can get us a little. As you can see, it gets in there and does a really nice job. So again, I'm really satisfied with this knife as far as the sharpness goes. Okay, let's go through my final thoughts. It's great for the primary purpose of tactical combat, also for EDC. It's got a very good steel on it. It's really sharp out of the box. Would I buy it again? Absolutely. Again, so far this is one of the best knives I have owned. Thanks for your time. Have a great day, and remember, long live rock and roll and America.